Hi, I'm Elise. This is Witch Way, and here is the real-world witch lore of Day of Wrath. Released in 1943, this film stars Lisbeth Moven as Anne Pedersdotter, Preben Lerdolf Rye as Martin, Thorkild Rus as Reverend Absalon Pedersen, and Anne Svierkild as Herlof's Marte. It's 1623, and Anne Pedersdotter is the unhappy wife of a much older Reverend, Absalon. Anne meets Martin. Though older than herself, he is her stepson, but this doesn't stop the two from beginning an affair. Accusations of witchcraft in the town lead to the revelation that Anne's mother was previously accused of witchcraft, Absalon using his position to have the charges removed to make Anne his wife. Anne begins to wonder if she has the same power as her mother did, and thinks she and Martin may have a brighter future if Absalon were to die. This film is based off of the play Anne Pedersdotter, which itself was inspired by the trial of a Norwegian woman accused of witchcraft. Other than her name and the name of her husband, there is no historical accuracy at all in this film. The film takes place in 1623, years after the real Anne's death, perhaps to place it after the Sorcery Ordinance of 1617 that ruled all sorcery and witchcraft in Finnmark would be met with the death penalty. Herlof's Marte is the first person accused of witchcraft in the film, and she is one of these healers. She is seen giving a woman a tonic for what ails her, which seems to have an interesting ingredient.
Bare det nu må hjælpe. Det gør det nok. Det er urter fra galgebær. Det er da mærkeligt, at det kan have sådan en kraft.
This could be referring to mandrake, which was said to grow under the gallows, sprouting from the fluids of hanged men. Herlof's Marte is captured and interrogated, tortured for a confession. Unfortunately, this was common practice for many of those accused of witchcraft. The date change could also be to place the events closer to the Vardø witch trials, a series of mass witch trials which took place in northern Norway beginning in 1621, where the tales of the accused shared many similarities with the real Anne Pedersdotter. There is no mention of Anne's mother being accused of witchcraft, as there is in the film, but Anne herself was accused of witchcraft twice. Anne lived in Bergen and was first accused in 1575, thought to be a political move to discredit her husband, though he died that same year and she was exonerated of the charges. Now a widow, and after these accusations, Anne was said to have become bitter, and rightly so. Rumours of her neighbours continued, and 15 years later, she was officially brought to trial following a local family's opposition to the marriage of their daughter to Anne's son. And several people blamed Anne for deaths in the village. A cabinet maker who refused to deliver a weaving frame to Anne, after which it was said that Anna Snidkes, his wife, was approached by Anne, confronting her, accompanied by a headless boy in black, threatening her, after which Anna fainted and fell into a coma for 3 days. When she did awaken, she vomited unnatural matter such as feathers, hair, thread, and pins. Holding Anne responsible, she later dies. Another man testified that after he failed to send items requested by Anne on several occasions, she had come to him to change some Norwegian dollars to Danish currency to send to her son. When his wife picked up a dollar that had fallen to the ground, she suddenly became ill and later died. Again, they blamed Anne. A mother also testified that when she was holding her 4-year-old son, Anne offered him a biscuit, and when he ate it, he became ill, black in the face, and so heavy his mother had to sit down against his weight. More claims were made against Anne from the written confessions of 2 women who had previously been executed for witchcraft. In these confessions, they stated that Anne was even more adept in the art of necromancy than they, and that Anne had attended witches' sabbaths with them several times on holy days. One stated that Anne had previously tried to work the death of the bishop so that her husband would succeed him. This perhaps led to those first accusations in 1575 and inspiring perhaps Anne's abilities in the film to kill someone merely by wishing it so. Anne's own maid even testified against her, saying that Anne had turned her into a horse and used her as a mount to attend a witches' sabbath at Leiderhorn 3 Christmas nights in a row. Here she met with other witches who were collaborating to sink the ships arriving to Bergen, to burn the place to the ground, and to cause great storms to flood the city. Though a figure in white apparently approached the meeting place, announcing that God would not allow these evil deeds, and the Sabbath dispersed. So conveniently, none of these things happened. These testimonies, however, led to a guilty verdict in 1590, and Anne Pedersdotter was burned at the stake. A monument known as the Witch's Stone was erected in Bergen in 2002 to memorialise the 350 bonfire victims to miscarriage of justice, 1550 to 1700. This film scores for history, and though a little slow, was quite a good film, though I would have loved if more of the details from the real story were included, such as the Witches' Sabbath at Leiderhorn, which stems from the folklore of the region. Check this film out for yourself. I will link it in the description below. And what do you think of the trial of Anne Pedersdotter? Let me know in the comments below, as well as any other witchy films or series for my upcoming witch lore reviews. Please remember to like this video and subscribe, as it really helps out with my channel. And as always, thank you very much for watching here on Witch Way.